Hey guys, it's Barbecue and Bottles here. Today we're gonna be grilling beef tenderloin. Just look at this. It's absolutely incredible. We got the smoky deliciousness of charcoal, a perfect medium rare, and a great rub to go along with it. So stay tuned. We're gonna show you a step-by-step video recipe of how to do this. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be grilling a beef tenderloin. This guy's a little over 6 pounds, and the first thing we've got to do is trim it up. So to trim it up, you want to get some of this fat and the silver skin off. So you don't want to dig too deep because the meat you want to leave on. It's an expensive cut. Alright, now that we've got the tenderloin all butchered up, what we want to do is just use some butcher's yarn just to tie this up and make sure that we get even cooking as we put it onto the grill. So I'm just going to lay down some of this twine here. We're going to try and get this about an inch or a little more apart, and I usually try to just lay these out at the outset before tying, just to make sure we've got the right spacing. Now as we tie these together, what we're going to want to do is put a few extra loops around as we tie our first knot, and that just helps keep the twine in position as we then tie our second knot. And again, what we're doing here is just compressing the roast together, or the tenderloin together, so we get more uniform and even formation around the roast as it cooks on the grill. Now we're just going to trim these off so they don't burn on the grill. Perfect. Now that we've got this all tied up, what we're going to do is hit it with a little bit of olive oil. Just going to want to get a nice coating of olive oil all over this. This is just going to help to make our rub stick to the tenderloin and add a little bit of color while it's on the grill. Perfect. Now for our rub, what we're going to do is we're going to go salt, pepper, garlic. So we've got granulated kosher salt, got some granulated black pepper, and we've got granulated garlic. So again, that's a third, a third, a third. So 1 part salt, 1 part black pepper, 1 part granulated garlic. Now what we're gonna do is add some baking soda to this. Because the beef tenderloin doesn't have a lot of fat, this baking soda is actually gonna help to brown up the tenderloin as it sits on the grill. So once we've got this all mixed together, let's just rub it on. Make sure to get a generous coating. We've got a big, thick cut of meat here. Get it all around the sides. Now we're gonna let this just sit and rest here for about 40 minutes as we go prep the grill for this cook. So I've got the grill fired up, the coals are heated. You'll see we've got this set up with a direct grilling zone and an indirect grilling zone. What we're gonna wanna do is first off place the tenderloin on the direct side, give it a good sear, and then we're gonna move it over to the indirect and let it finish cooking that way. Great. So we'll let that sear away for about 5 minutes, and then we'll give it a turn, another 5 minutes, and then we'll move it to the indirect side. All right, we're up to 5 minutes here, so now we're just gonna turn this over. Oh, look at that sear. Perfect. Great, now that we've finished searing the other side, we're gonna move this over to indirect. And we'll finish up the cook over here. Now we're gonna wanna cook this probably for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the size of your tenderloin, until the internal temperature is 125. And it's really important not to overcook this. It's a really expensive piece of meat and you want it done right. So I've had this on for about an hour and a half. Oh, look at that color. This is browned up incredibly well. That's the baking soda that we added in at the start. So now we're gonna check the temperature in on here. Oops. There we are. So it's about 130, 129, a little bit more than what we were shooting for. But let's take this off the grill now. Perfect color. We're gonna slice into this after letting it rest. So we've got this off the grill. We've had it resting for about 20 minutes. So now we're gonna carve it up. First step is just to go back and slice off the little ties. Perfect. Now we're gonna slice into this guy and see how it turned out. Oh, I wish you could smell this. Just absolutely incredible. The smokiness, the garlic, the pepper, salt, just incredible flavors. So we're cutting these about an inch thick. Sometimes you can go a little bit thinner if you'd like, but going for 1 slice per person here. This is just absolutely gonna be mouth-watering. Just look at these pieces. So here you have it, the final product, beef tenderloin, done medium rare on the smoker. This is just absolutely decadent. The tenderness, the juiciness, wonderful. Thanks for tuning in today. If you like this video, give us a like or a subscribe below, and we'll see you next time.